So maybe you've narrowed it down to two seasons, light summer, light spring, and you're not entirely sure what the difference is, and it's kind of hard to tell the difference, and you're not sure. You're just a little confused. That's okay. That's why I'm here. So let's get into it. So, if we're looking at light spring and light summer, they are right next to each other on the color wheel. So, what does that mean? That means that both of them have one thing in common, that they are both light. They are sister seasons, and they are the two lightest seasons of the 12 color seasons. The only difference is that light spring is warm and light summer is cool. So, let's talk a little bit more about that. So we have Lotto over here representing the light springs. We have Jasmine Sanders representing the light summers. It is very easy to get these two mixed up because they do look very similar. For a long time, I thought Jasmine Sanders was a light spring. I did my own little test. She is definitely a light summer. So if we're looking at the two of them, they both have very light hair. They have light skin and relatively light eyes. This example, not so much. They have obviously different eyes, but yes, they both have light eyes. What's the difference? Jasmine Sanders leans cool. Lotto leans warm. And so if we're looking at a light spring, they're warm, not only warm, but they are saturated. So they're actually going to present as with a little bit more clarity than a light summer. Light summers are going to come off a little bit more soft and muted. So that is also the difference. So the first difference between them is whether or not they're cool or warm. Light summers are cool. Light springs are warm. The second difference is that light summers are more muted and light springs are more clear. If you're still struggling to tell the difference, or if you simply just don't believe me, let's look at both of these when they have their hair as a cool blonde. So again, blonde looks good on both of them, but if you look over at Lotto in a cooler blonde, she looks a little bit more disharmonious than Jasmine Sanders does in a cool blonde. Both of them look good, but Jasmine Sanders fits a cool blonde better. Let me show you another example. If you place them both in a warm blonde, who looks better? Lotto did look good in the cool blonde, but she looks even better in a warmer blonde. And if you place Jasmine Sanders in a warmer blonde, she looks a little bit washed out here. And that's something you can tell the difference, right? The difference is whether or not you're cool or warm and whether or not you are bright or muted. So let's compare palettes. So if you look at the light spring and light summer palette, you can really see it here. So light springs are a mixture of true spring with a dash of true summer. And you can see that there, which kind of cools it down a little bit. They do share some cool colors. But it also makes them a little bit more gentle than other springs. But if you look over here at light summer is a mixture of true summer with a dash of light spring, which adds a little bit of vibrancy and slight warmth. However, it never becomes warm enough to match the light springs. And you can see that. You can see that really in the purples and the blues and in the greens. They're a little bit warmer on the light spring side and a little bit cooler on the light summer side. Hopefully that provided a little bit of clarity for you. If you still think you might be a light spring or a light summer and you're not sure and you want to talk with me about it, definitely click the link in bio and we can talk pricing and services. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day.